worse than putting it up.
Heaven forbid.
Tear it down. Are you gonna do something today? You're just gonna sit there with your thumb up your. Yo. What's up?
Is that how you want to start the show?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, that's a nice bore barrel right there. Hey, when you're done with that, can you go over here and pick up this panel that we're supposed to be using with my face on it?
No, we're selling, that's trash. That's trash.
So I don't know why, but apparently we're making some changes to the booth and they didn't want to use this. Lots of jet, but you know, this panel with my face on it didn't make the cut. So I've just been sitting here all day watching people step on my face. See, some people are respectful. They don't. They'll sidestep my face. So rude, dude. So rude. Oh God. What's up, guys? We're out here. Elite Force booth, SHOT Show 2018. Let's hope. Don't show that. Okay, that's weird. What is up, guys? We are at the Elite Force booth, SHOT Show 2018. Who this? You know who this is. It's your boy on the inside, Nigel Isles, aka Nigel from Elite Force. But enough about me. Let's talk about what we got this year. Let me flip this around. All right, let's start off with the pistols over here. We got some pistols to show off. Some new, some favorites, some classics here. This is going to be a classic, but it's going to be the new colorway. Of course, you know this is the 1911 Tac CO2 Blowback. It's going to be the new colorway, and that brushed stainless finish on that. And you can see that it's not going to be too shiny. It's classy. It's elegant. It looks good. It's got the black components on it. Big fan of that one. And then, what a novel concept, man! Just an all-black 1911 Tac. Nothing flashy. You know, the tan and black has been a solid seller for Elite Force, and now we have the all-black. If you're not into that two-tone type thing, if you're a big fan of our CO2 stuff. This is going to be the H&K licensed USP, and you're saying, well, you know, I thought you guys already had one. We do, we got the green gas, but this is going to be CO2 blowback. If you're familiar with the kick on our 1911s, you're really going to enjoy the kick on this CO2 powered USP. Really fun gun to shoot. Yeah, the H&K 45C, still working on that. Hopefully, fingers crossed, everything gets worked out, and that's going to be a mid-2018 release, as well as, where's it at? Where's it at? The VP9. Right, the green gas premium VP9 OEM VFC. Old Faithfuls, again, the classics, talking about the Walther PPQ two-tone Tac threaded barrel, green gas blowback. The Mod 2 PPS, it's got some upgrades to it as far as like the mag release go. It doesn't have the trigger guard mag release, it's going to have the push button mag release now. So a little bit of differences there. The Generation 2, it's kind of made for the US market type thing. This is another one that I'm really excited about. This is going to be the M9A3 CO2. So if you guys are familiar with our full auto M9 out there, CO2 powered, this is going to be the same thing, but with a little bit of an update, different feel to the lower frame on it. But it's also going to have the semi-auto and full auto capabilities. Really excited, really looking forward to that one. It's a new one we came out with. That's the Beretta Apx. It's kind of a half blowback, CO2 powered, really low price point. CO2, again, a lot of fun to shoot, really good report, fun shooter, good price point. The VP9, again, just like the 45C, hopefully that's going to be a mid-2018 release. I know we've been talking about this one for a long time, but this looks like it's going to be a 2018 one for sure. Fingers crossed. You guys know I just did the review on this one. This is the CO2 powered VP9, so while we're waiting for this one, and this one's going to retail well over $100, whereas this CO2 powered one with the adjustable hop up, the kind of half travel slide blowback on it, this is MAP protected at $90. So this is a really good value on that VP9 right there. And then, you know, we got the smoke wagon in the USA made, 100% full grain leather holster. Move over to the competition M4s real quick, get you in the light. So last year we debuted this guy. This is the Elite Force. This is the Elite Force MCR modular combat rifle. It's going to have the key mod rail on it, the flat trigger, MOSFET inside. Now all of our competition series M4s, all the Elite Force competition series M4s are going to have the micro switch trigger, the quick change spring option, and then just little things like the hinge stock door, which is nice. You're not breaking the tabs off like you would, like say on a traditional crane stock. And then moving right down to the MCR, which is essentially the CQB, but it's gonna have a longer inner and outer barrel, more of a traditional length M4 barrel on it. Full metal rail systems on these things, polymer receivers, metal buffer tubes. They're built very nicely, built very well. They can take a beating for sure, and they perform and shoot very nice as well. CQB, you guys know what that is. Flip up metal construction, front sight, metal rail. Everything else you can expect, micro switch trigger, quick chain spring. And then we got the CQC, the little guy down there. And then a classic, the competition Tavor. That one comes with the battery and charger. Really nice shooter if you're looking to get into the bullpup Tavor game and not spend too much money. Mp5 Sd, the Mp5 competition series we just released this year, actually. One I'm really excited about. These are going to be totally spec'd out to Tokyo Marui standards, so all those aftermarket parts, upgrades, maintenance, and things like that is readily available. This is not a new design as far as internals, externals, but looks good, shoots great, tried improvement system. We got the SD up there with the collapsible stock, and then we have what we call the A4, A5 kit. And the reason we call it the A4, A5 kit is because it's going to come out of the box default with the sliding stock, but it's also going to come with the solid stock. So you get the best of both worlds. If you want the solid stock, you want the sliding stock, or you know, if you want to change your mind next month, you got both stocks to change it up. So that's a really nice feature for those guys. These are all going to be like ABS plastic polymer construction on them. Solid shooters, shooting 350 feet per second out of the box. They both models come with the high cap magazine, so really nice. And then we mocked this one up. We showed you what it looks like with the solid stock, and then we also have the wrist, the rail. So if you want to swap out that traditional Mp5 front handguard, put the rail on there, you can do that as well. Strikers, I know you guys are excited about those. We are too, and I just got word actually that they passed our quality control. You know, what it came down to is we were talking to guys out there in the striker Facebook groups. You know, guys were sharing tips and tricks and secrets of how to get optimal performance out of their bone stock strikers. And we kind of learned from that, and we saw kind of some things that they were talking about, some concerns, some fixes that they had to do on their stock guns out of the box. We took that into consideration. It took a little bit of time to get them going, but now they're ready to rock, and I think you guys are going to have a really awesome bolt action sniper rifle out of the box now, and not have a lot of concerns, or you know, have to worry about modding it out straight out of the box. So, you know, we got the whole Aries Amoeba line with the flat triggers. You know, they did some modifications to the MOSFET inside, the programmable MOSFET, so that's not burning out as frequently. So yeah, got all that. Amoeba, really cool, really different looking M4s for sure. If you're looking to get away from the norm and you want a unique look, we've got that. What are these, right? What are these things? They got pistols, we got M4s, right, with a fat mag. Kind of looks like a 308 type M4 platform, right? Well, it's not. Those are going to take your readily available recreational foam darts, Nerf, right? So, yeah, these are going to be CO2 powered foam dart blasters, which is really cool, man. On these, you cock the handle back and forth. You see this one's in the rear position, that one's in the front. It's actually kind of like a pump style. You load the darts in there. There's no tension. There's no resistance. It's not like a Nerf gun where you're actually cocking a heavy spring. CO2's in the back. This is going to take two CO2s in the back. You get about 150 shots out of that. 14 round mags. It will work with the foam dart mags that are out there on the market. And you're blasting, man. These are going to crank out that dart around 90 feet per second, where the average blaster, you know, spring action blaster, is going to be about 55 feet per second. So it's coming out with a little bit more zing, a little bit more oomph. Pretty excited about those. Those look like a lot of fun. And then we got the pistol. Those are going to be muzzle loaders. So you just take the dart, stuff it in the barrel, and shoot. Really good FPS on those as well. Classics like the ARX Elite in tan. But what's new about that, and you guys might have seen on my channel, is now we've got that short barrel with a drop, and it's going to have the complete inner barrel inside there. It's ready to drop in. It's got that quick change barrel option, so you can just throw it right in there and you're good to go. Hop up inner barrel, all that's in there, so you don't have to switch out the internals on that barrel assembly. This is new, right? You might have seen us show this off a little bit. It's the H&K licensed MP7 AEG electric, right? I'm not going to call it an AEP, and the reason why is that we are getting details that this is going to be compatible with version 2 gears, AEG gears inside. And that being said, it's not going to be shooting that low 230, 240 feet per second like we've seen in the past from other manufacturers on their AEPs or their electric MP7s. This is going to be shooting about 330 feet per second out of the box. So that is going to be a really nice one that we're excited for. Super prototype phase right now. I think this is going to be more of a 2019 type thing, but you know, this being SHOT Show, we definitely want to show off some cool stuff for you guys. The new Tavor CTAR, there it is. It's going to have the pick rail all along the top there. Went with a short barrel. It's going to have the quick change spring, drop that butt pad, get really quick, easy access to changing out that spring in the back of the gearbox. MOSFET trigger inside there. So there you go. That's the new update for the Tavors. The CTAR, really nice to have that monolithic rail up there for your optics, pec boxes, and all that stuff. The new UMP Elite, of course, we're going to have the threaded barrel up front. And then we've got the 2-round burst on it, which is really nice. Solid shooters, great construction, great polymer bodies on these things. Quick change spring, LiPo ready for sure. Electric blowback, these things sound really cool. I'm not usually a fan of electric blowbacks, but the UMP Elites, the HK UMPs really take the cake on how cool those are. Let me drop to a knee here and look at this bad boy. This is one I am excited for. It's gonna be the MP40 from the Legend series. You guys seen, like, we've had the smoke wagon, you know, the single action Wild West revolver type thing. This is gonna fall in line with it. We call it the Legend series. Kind of focuses on historical type guns. And this is gonna be a CO2 powered MP40, full blowback. When you get this thing rocking and rolling in full auto, it really is a joy to shoot. Lots of recoil, and it's hefty too. This thing has some weight to it. I'd say easily 7 to 8 pounds in this thing. Really nice construction, metal construction. Mag's gonna take 2 CO2 12 gram bulbs, CO2 bulbs. And people are, you know, you might be thinking, well, why is it gonna take 2 CO2s? Well, this gun is so heavy, that bolt, when you get it rocking and rolling, that's gotta be like a good half-pound bolt in there, but it shakes this gun really good. Feels really good on the shoulder. Really fun and satisfying recoil replication on that. Let's talk about the Avalon series and a couple of other things. So in addition to the Avalon series is gonna be this PDW looking guy here. This is the Gladius, right? And it's gonna be the shorter PDW. It's gonna have that one piece up receiver on it, PDW style magazine there. And then we opted to put the traditional crane stock on it. It's gonna have the ECS gearbox in it. So if you're looking for something different, you don't want key mod, or excuse me, you don't want the Caliber or the Saber style stuff, this is gonna have the key mod rail options on it. But it's gonna have the regular Picatinny rail on the lower and upper. Yeah, be on the lookout for the Gladius, the PDW from the Avalon series. Let's stop here real quick. Talk about one of my favorites. I'm really excited for this guy. I cannot wait to get one for myself, one of my own. It's gonna be the updated 416A5. As you can see, it's gonna have the slimmer profile club stock on it. Everything is ambidextrous on the sound. You'll see that the bolt release is gonna be ambi. The magazine release is gonna be ambidextrous. It's gonna have the updated rail system with the integrated flip up front sight. The back flip up sight has been updated. Really excited for this gun. And the cool thing about it is internally, it's gonna be having the ECS gearbox from the Avalon series. So not only is it an update to the externals looking beautiful, getting updated with the 416 line, but internally it's gonna perform silky smooth with the ECS gearbox. Updates to the Avalon series. You guys know these have been awesome for 2018. It's now gonna have Avalon on the receiver. So it's not gonna have the VR16 markings anymore. Now it's gonna say Avalon, so you know that you got the Avalon. So the old receiver said VR16 on the side, which is kind of the standard traditional markings from BFC. Now it's gonna say Avalon on it. So it's gonna have the CNC'd ambidextrous mag release on there. That's gonna be an update for the 2018 Avalons, as well as internally. So it's still gonna have the ECS gearbox inside these guys. The only difference is they have done some updates to the MOSFET, making it a little bit more robust and a little bit more dependable as far as long-term use or use with very high dump LiPo batteries. Oh man, you guys know we got the BBs, we got that green gas, we got that silicone lubricant, the slick, the fuel, we got the bios, the non-bio BBs, you know. Another cool feature with the Avalon series is that we're gonna have the standalone rails by themselves too. So for you guys that got the 416s out there, this is gonna be compatible with that Caliber series stuff. If you wanna get a bronze olive colored rail and drop that on your 416, that's gonna be an option for you. As well as if you're just looking for the M-LOK rails, we're gonna have that for sale individually too. 1911 owners, we've got some custom grips. It's fun, they're gonna retail for around 11, 12 bucks out there. So if you wanna put some different colored grips on your 1911, we've got those for you too. If you just wanna bring some flavor, some pizzazz back to your 1911, change things up a little bit, we've got that. What else, man? Well, can't talk about that.